Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode, it's Wing and a Prayer with Corey Worden. I asked Corey to come up and help me with a big oak job. I wasn't quite sure if I could do it myself, and I really, at this time in my life, I don't think I could. I needed Corey 100%, and he showed up and showed out. You know what they say, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're probably right. And in this circumstance, I knew I needed help. My name is Jeff Mohr. I'm the Northwoods Carver, and thanks for seeing what I saw. Okay, so there's no precursor to this footage that that you're watching right now. It's just, this is the only time we've found time to do this, so I'd like to introduce Corey Worden. Corey, come on in here. This is Corey Worden. Wave to the people, Corey. All right. Corey, do you have anything to say?
Hi, I'm Corey Worden. This has been a really ton of fun being here with Jeff Mohr at his Mojo Dojo.
Thank you, Corey. You're doing a great job, Corey.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm having a blast.
Yeah. So honestly, folks, this is Corey Worden from Alabama. He's come all the way up here to help me with this insane project, and couldn't do it without him. And Corey, what do you think so far, bud?
It's oak and it's hard.
It's always hard.
Yeah, we like it hard, don't we? I don't know what else I could add to it. Always fun just being here in the upside down arc.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I consider as a ship upside down.
It's Mojo Dojo.
Yeah, all the energy, being around Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, soaking it all up.
Soaking it all in. You don't have a choice. It's all the energies.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We've done some really amazing pieces in that little spot right there over the years, and this is no exception. So Corey, you pretty much do your art in. You don't really have a big shop. You just kind of
it's not very big.
Kind of work outside and work in the garage.
Yeah, like a lot of people under a tent.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I do have a building, but it's on the smaller side.
So how long you been carving?
Shoot, I've been carving about 28 years.
28 years, folks.
Yeah.
No slouch. That's why I got him here. He's great. He knows his style and my style really blend well together. Where my weaknesses are, his strengths are, vice versa. So we just kind of play really well off of each other, and he's a hard worker, and he's, like I said, he's a pretty talented dude, and he's been doing it a long time. So it really helps me out to have someone like him on board. So thank you, Corey.
Yo, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both big fans of negative space, and I think
yes.
And what this piece is going to be about.
Yeah, you got some negative space going right there.
Just started.
It's beautiful. Wonderful. So yeah, and so if you guys want to stick around for the rest of this video, that would be really helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, smash that notification bell, and just stick around until I don't know how this thing's gonna go. There's a lot of variables as far as what we're gonna add and how much we can get away with in the time frame that we have. So stick around. Okay, everyone, truth be told, this is the part that I dreaded for myself. Corey is much more nimble than I am, and he has, he's helped me out on a couple of projects actually, and one of them was a big on-site where his ability to climb and build things came in very handy, and I knew that he was going to be a strength and an asset on this job. Not only that, he's a hell of a carver and he's a good friend. So with Mr. Worden, Corey the Game Warden, on my side, I figured I didn't have as much to worry about as I did prior. So I started this whole project was actually started almost, it was last year, and we kind of laid it to rest. Both myself and the guy that purchased this, we were trying to develop a plan. So I was using a friend of mine, a shout out to Dennis Franzen, who is a really good artist, and he's a good friend of mine, and he develops all kinds of stuff. He does clay, he does murals, he does like all kinds of things, and he's very talented. So what I did was I reached out to him to help me figure out how I was going to design this thing. So I'd send him some photographs, and he would basically, use his computer somehow, some weird thing that he does, and spits out a pretty picture. And that's exactly what I was looking for. I didn't want to spend a bunch of time trying to draw 20 pictures. I just relied on Dennis to help me. And in my old age, in my wisdom, that is what I did. As you can see, Corey just getting down to business. Look at this guy. So he's making some negative space. And there I am, messing with the eagle. And that little flat spot is where the eagle's going to go. And normally I don't recommend two guys going to town on a carving unless it's a pretty good sized carving and he's in his space and I'm in my space. We're both in the dojo. So this is, I'm trying to do this really cool technique where I can actually slow things down and get more epic looks, and hopefully everyone's appreciating that. I know for me, it's helpful to just experiment with editing and with carving and with just about everything. So the flowers. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, and it's not the guy in the steel shirt. Well, it depends on which angle you're getting. But anyway, the flowers were, they were, what do they call those things? Not tulips. What do they call them things? Boy, I'm never going to live this down. What do they call those things? Gosh, I always thought it was tulips, but I guess not. They ain't daisies. There's Daisy right there. Anyway, I'm just trying to think what the heck those things are called. That thing is called Bella, and she's my girl. Anyway, so I'm carving these flowers that will remain nameless for now, and we will get to the bottom of this. So I wanted a flow of flowers that would stick out, and we did the creation of David, the two hands in the back that you would see on the Sistine Chapel, carved almost as well as it was painted, I might add. Just kidding. Not even close. But it was a fun thing to think about. But I think it really does add a nice touch, having them kind of emerge from the carving. And there's Corey doing the final details on the doves. We have two doves that are, there you see it right there. They're like attached so that they look like they're flying upward. And it's pretty neat. I thought the concept was cool, and I knew that if I used a dowel rod, I can suspend those things out away from the carving a bit, and it would look great from most angles. And there would only be one angle that you would see the dowel rod, and that wouldn't matter because nobody really sees it from that side. So, and then here I am. I decided instead of oak leaves, which was part of the plan, I just shifted gears and I decided to carve a Bible in the front with the owner's favorite psalm written on it. So it's pretty cool. And here's Corey starting to really get into the groove with the flow on the backside, and my wife industriously sweeping up. This is Corey's flap sander. I think he brought that one. I had a few, but a matter of fact, I think Pam might have built that for him while he was here. And he's just going to town with that thing. He's got a little Makita drill, and he's going to town. As you can see, we're discussing, and it's really starting to pop. I mean, at this point, we're pretty close to being done. And I really appreciate the work that both my wife and Corey put in, and I'm so appreciative. Well, it's a wrap for Corey. Corey's heading back to Alabama, and with his hair on fire, screaming and crying, "Get out of here." Ain't you, Corey?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Corey? What's your take?
Oh, on the carving?
Yeah.
Well,
Geez, Jeff. Where do I
there's
start?
a lot. Yeah. There's a little bit going on.
Yeah, there is.
Some negative spaces, and that was fun.
Flowers galore.
Yeah.
Reeds.
Yeah, I was just praying we'd finish.
Yeah, we got her done.
Huh?
We got her. Yeah, we were praying. Yeah, so we did a lot. There's a lot going on in this piece, and it was a super heavy. I mean, oak is heavy. Everybody knows oak is heavy. But this one just seemed to have an extra amount of gravity working on its side. Like when you carve those doves.
Yeah.
Those doves weigh 15 pounds.
Yeah. Especially the block that I carried all the way up to weight 80 before that.
I know. It's a lot of squab. Anyway, so Corey's gonna head back home today. He's unfortunately he has to leave. We'd like to spend more time with him, but he has to unfortunately go back home and to his wife and kids, and dogs. We don't want to stop him from that. He's got, how long is the drive?
About 14 hours.
Is that it?
That's it.
You know how long it would take me to drive that? 14 hours? 28 hours.
Yeah.
Yes, I do math.
Well, like you said, it was kind of a slow go.
Yeah.
Because it's hard and
So hard.
You know, you're taking out big chunks at a time. And the way it is, you have to sort of push your way into it instead of just carving out what you want. So.
Yeah, and there was almost no add-ons. There's only 3 add-ons.
Jeff says in all his classes, he tells all his students, never carve the eagle in the tree.
Nope.
And he was trying to tell me to do it the whole damn time. So then I'm like, how am I just gonna cut this thing off and you can carve it down?
Well, I wasn't thinking because I had my other things going on, and I was just like, I'll just get up there. Don't worry about the eagle. In other words, what I was thinking was I was gonna carve the eagle. And I wasn't thinking about if it was up in the tree or if it's on, and I would prefer to carve it on the ground, obviously. And he's like, why don't I get rid of this so I can get back there? Because there's no way in heck I was gonna be able to put detail in that bird.
You never would have got the backside of it.
Mm-mm.
See, sometimes just work out. They work out.
Yeah, I got her done. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is, as you can see, me and Corey are just looking behind at this piece, and I'm trying to.
It's hard not to look at it.
It is. It's really floaty. You'll get a good look at it. As far as the composition goes, it's beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted to see, and then some actually. So I'm sure the customer's going to be proud when he sees this piece. I'm sure he's going to be tickled as we are. But yeah, no kidding. Well, thank you, Corey. This is our moment of camera love.
Thank you.
Corey's the man. Corey's the man. And he came and he helped us out and got it done. So,
Yep.
Thanks, Corey.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. And Pam, thank you too.
Thank you, Pam.
Yes, you're
Lovely
welcome.
camera girl.
Don't forget to mash pause or what? Hit play.
Yeah,
Hit play. Subscribe and like.
Hit play. Hit the play button. No.
Snooze button. Yeah. Snooze. No.
So, so stick around to the end. I still gotta do some sanding, and we're gonna seal it. And Corey will be he'll probably be home by the time I get to that. So, anyways, stick around. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, smash that notification bell, and thanks for seeing what we saw. Well, again, Corey, thank you, buddy. And here is the finished, sealed, all that. I think we got 3 or 4 coats on it. And those little blips of people are the owner and his helper with his trailer. He's got a steel bed trailer, which I was kind of bummed. But then, because normally I'll just lag the carving to the wooden trailer. Well, we had to drill up through the bottom and put these huge lags up in there. And so we had 5 lags going through the base up into the bottom. And then we had, the straps that you see we're putting it on right now. And I just watch it pull away. And it just looked epic to me as it was leaving. And I just thought, what are people going to think? What did we do? What did Corey Worden and I do? Well, we made something very, very beautiful. And hopefully the customer will enjoy it for a long, long time. That's my hope anyway. Yeah. You know, I'm sitting here at in this parking lot at the Walmart, and I don't want to be the guy that you look and there's some jerk off schmuck holding his camera up, and people aren't sure if I'm filming them or if they're just saying, "What the hell is that guy doing?" Talking to himself. Well, it's for good reason. I wanted to make this video so that I could properly thank Corey Worden for coming all the way from Alabama in my hour of need, and thank him properly by saying we've known each other for quite a while, and I am really inspired and impressed with his ability to do what he does for a living, which is the same thing I do, but kind of different. I mean, we both do the same thing, but we do it to a different degree and direction sometimes. But you know, he is a very artistic man with great talent and a clarity that is very obvious. Like when he carves something, it looks like the way it's supposed to look. You know, and it's like if you were to think of something that you would want carved. I mean, a guy once carved a chicken, a Tyrannosaurus Rex chicken, and it looked exactly the way you would think, except for better and more vivid, more 3D, crazy. So what better guy to have on a project like this, where he brings the vision with clarity and depth. Like he makes a sketchy vision into a 3D masterpiece. It's beautiful what he does. And I mean, his work, he calls himself the accessory guy, and I think that's kind of cheapening it, Corey. You're not just an accessory guy. You're the only guy that I would want working on my pieces on my team. But he did an excellent job, and I'm really proud to have worked with him a couple times, and I'm gonna have some more work coming in too, I'm sure, in the future. So if you like watching this channel and you like seeing all this kind of stuff, stay tuned in the future, and maybe you'll see me and Corey back at it once again, burning the midnight oil. All right, everyone, that's it for the video. Thanks, Corey. My deepest thank you. Hats off to you, my friend, all the way from Alabama. I love you, brother. And thanks, everyone. Don't forget to stick around. I'm not going to go through the spiel, but I will say this. I will see you on the next one.